Hello everybody, Georgie Burns here. Today I'd like to show you how I made this card using the Peaceful Reflection stamp set, and we're going to use this image, the round oval water ripple mark, and this ripple. We're also going to use this image, a lily pad, and the dragonfly. For the sentiment comes out of the Beautiful Day stamp set, and we're going to use Always Thinking of You. So to get started, what you need is a card base, which is 8 1/4 by 5 7/8, scored at 4 1/8 and folded in half and burnished with a bone folder. Then you'll need a piece of mint macaron measuring 3 7/8 by 5 5/8, a piece of whisper white measuring 3 5/8 by 5 3/8, and also a piece of whisper white for the inside of the card measuring 3 7/8 by 5 5/8. You also need a piece of copier paper measuring the same as the white mat, so that will be 3 5/8 by 5 3/8. Right, to start with, you also need some scrap whisper white to stamp our pads and our dragonfly. Right, to start with, we'll need to make a frame. So fold your copier paper in half, roughly, and with a pair of scissors and about 1/4 inch in, just cut out, and then 1/4 inch from the top. Just weave it about. You don't need it to be straight. You can have it straight if you want, but and so you're left with this little frame. Right, what we're going to do with this frame is put some, you can either use temporary tape or washi tape or two-way glue pen, and that's my choice. So I just run the two-way glue pen around the frame. It's sticking to me. Then I'll stick this on the whisper white card. Like that. That prepares that for us. And then with a scrap of paper underneath, not that it matters because my grid paper's marked, we're going to do a bit of sponging. The first colour we're going to use is Balmy Blue. If I can get it open. And with a sponge, you want to pick up some ink and then just rub it on your scrap paper. Don't go straight on your card or you'll end up with a dark blotch. And then start twirling around on your paper and then go on your card. And you want to go about halfway down. Just keep twirling it around. You don't want it too dark because this is the sky. That'll do nicely. For the water, we're going to use soft sea foam. With a sponge, do the same thing. It's quite green, this colour. First time I've used it. Gives the colour of a mucky pond. I hope you can see that. Get some more. Blend it in with the sky. Bring the blue sponge back and just blend that in a bit more. That's fine. Finish with that. Now we'll just peel off this and now we're left with the frame missing. Right, now we want to do some stamping on it. So with Marina Mist, no, not Marina Mist, Mint Macaron, we're going to stamp the oval, I don't know what they call this, ripple, and just stamp that near the top of the water. And then with the ripples you just want to do 2 of them, 3 of them, and then that's that stamping. No, we need to do the sentiment, which I'll do in black using Memento Tuxedo black ink. And then stamp this at the top. Hopefully it's straight. That's fine. And then with your scrap of Whisper White, don't need that anymore, and with Mint Macaron, you want to stamp the lily pad, which I haven't got out. And you want to stamp this 3 times. And you also want to stamp in black the dragonfly. Right, and then I'm afraid it's fussy cutting. We don't need the stems, we just want the pads. I'm not going to bore you cut them all out because I've already prepared some. While I'm cutting this out, I'm actually letting that black ink on the dragonfly dry because that needs to be coloured in. there's the flower, and the dragonfly we're going to colour in with Daffodil Delight marker pen. Not dry, the ink's not dry, we should have stamped that first, but I don't need it, but you get the idea. So with all your bits cut out, you should have 3 lily pads and a pretty dragonfly. So now we'll stick this card together. I use wet glue, but you can use whatever you want to stick your card together. Doesn't take 2 minutes to do this bit. There they are. With these, we stick them on with dimensionals. So, trying to find my pokey tool, I couldn't find it. Right, I'm using the little mini dimensionals to put these on. Might have to cut one in half. Yes. Just cut a bit of the border. Just the right width for these. There's one thing I forgot to do. I forgot to stamp the lily pad there for the stem. So we don't want the whole stem, we only want half of it. That turned out all right. And then we get the lily pads and take the backings off and just place them over that one over the flower or pad, and these two we just place these in the water or on the water. And the dragonfly, obviously up in the air. Get rid of the rubbish. Now all we need is some gems. And I've got some mini faceted gems here. So I'm going to put 3 on. 1, 2, 3. And there we are. That's our card finished. I hope you like it. And if you do, give us a thumbs up. And if you've not already subscribed, subscribe to my channel and press the bell, and you will get notification every time I upload another video. And all I can say is thank you for visiting.